Hi, I'm Tom from What Websites, and in this video I'll go through why tracking your SEO performance is valuable for every business to do. Most businesses investing in SEO have no idea how it's actually performing, which is why we've created our own SEO dashboard at What Websites to show our clients all of the metrics broken down in a simple and easy to understand way. And in this video, I'll go through how you can see these metrics yourself. So why is all of this actually important? It's important because without proper tracking, you don't know where all of your website traffic and therefore all your leads are actually coming through. So you don't know if it's coming through organic Google search or if it's coming through your Instagram or your Google business profile. And that's why tracking is so important. It also shows you which pages are performing best. So some pages will perform a lot better than others, and you'll be able to see which pages aren't pulling their weight. And all of this is helpful so you can catch problems early. So if you see a page is vastly underperforming relative to all the others, you know that page likely needs some attention. So there are hundreds of different metrics you can track. So how do you know which ones are most important? They're these. So the first one is organic traffic. So that's the amount of people searching on Google and finding you organically. Next up is keyword rankings. So how high in the search results you appear for each keyword. Next is click-through rate or CTR, which is the percentage of people that see your website link versus actually click it. Then it's impressions. So that's the amount of people that see your website. Conversions, which is how many people leave their details for you to call them, how many people actually call you and email you directly. And then next is bounce rate or engagement. So are the people that land on your site actually staying or are they just leaving straight away? And if that's a high number, so if there's a lot of people bouncing or they're not very engaged, that could mean an issue with the page content or the type of traffic you're attracting. Google Search Console is probably the most important SEO tracking tool there is, and it's perfect because it comes direct from Google and it's completely free. It shows you exactly what people have typed before they found you organically on Google. Shows you your average ranking position for each of those searching terms. It will show you your best performing pages, and it will also show you any pages that have indexed and have not indexed, which is important because for your website to show up in the Google rankings, your pages need to have been indexed before. The setup for this is very easy and simple and takes sort of 10-15 minutes. All you need to do is go to search.google.com/search console. Then you sign in with your Google account, add your website as a property, connect up your DNS settings, and then wait a couple of days for it all to connect up properly. So Google Search Console is all about what happens to your visitors before they land on your page. Google Analytics 4 is understanding what happens when those visitors land on your page. On here, you can filter by organic search, which means only people that landed on your website organically from Google show up in this data. So that eliminates direct traffic from places like Instagram. You can again see on which pages people land on first and how engaged they are. You can also set up conversion tracking here, which again is very important as that's the one that pays your bills. For trades businesses, your Google business profile is likely where a lot of your traffic will come from. So for this, you've got your Google business profile insights, and this can show you the amount of people that click to call you direct from your profile, the amount of people that click to go to your website from your profile, and also who click to get directions to your business if you've got a physical brick and mortar location. It'll also show you your review count and rating, which can help you monitor your volume and average score, which is very important because reviews are one of the most powerful trust signals that you can give Google, showing that you are a legitimate and well-respected business. You've also got tools like SEMrush and Ahrefs, but this is likely overkill for most trades businesses as these subscriptions are typically north of £200 a month, which is why we created our own dashboard, which shows all of the data from them in a convenient and easy to understand place for all of our SEO clients. So what does good SEO progress actually look like? So in the first 3 months, you should have all of your basic tracking and insights set up properly. And from this, you should identify any issues with your website and make sure relevant schemas are implemented throughout your site. And I'll chuck a link up in the corner to a video we just posted on what schemas are and why they're important. From 3 to 6 months, you should see your impressions starting to rise and you ranking for more long tail specific keywords. Hopefully at this point, all of your web pages should have been indexed by Google. And if not, keep manually requesting them to be indexed. And throughout, you should see your Google business profile insights increasing as well. So from months 6 to 12, you should see some of your rankings moving into the top 10. So that's the first page on Google. Your organic traffic coming in from Google should also be increasing, along with your impressions and click-through rate. and you should be getting a steady stream of organic leads coming through your site. From a year onwards is when the results really start to compound, where you've got a steady flow of leads coming in and you're consistently ranking in sort of the top 5 search results. And if after 6 months you've not seen any sort of movement in your SEO rankings, then something needs looking into. There's likely some issue with your website, which means the pages aren't being indexed properly, or the overall on-page or technical SEO isn't performing as well as it should. And if you didn't know, indexing just means Google actually reading and looking through your web page. So a very simple monthly checklist. You don't really need to do all of this. The main important thing from this is to check your Google Search Console every month and just sort of make sure the numbers are going up. If they're going up, amazing. If they're not, there's normally a reason why they're not going up, and that needs investigating. So if you're doing changes to your website all the time and your pages aren't being re-indexed, then that's likely an issue why your SEO score isn't improving. So common mistakes a lot of business owners make. So the first mistake is checking results too frequently. These vary from day to day and week to week, so it's best to check these on a monthly basis. Did you get more impressions and more clicks this month versus last month? Another one is ignoring impressions. So if you've got a very high amount of impressions and your clicks are very low, that likely means an issue with your meta title or meta descriptions. So that's not necessarily a ranking problem, it's a different fix. Not setting up conversions in Google Analytics 4. So traffic without conversion data is largely meaningless. And if you can't see which pages are generating you your results, you're flying blind on ROI. Next is comparing to your competitors' traffic. You don't have all of the data that they have. Making a fair comparison isn't always possible. Now this is a big one, given up after 3 months. SEO is a compounding effect. So stopping in a very short space of time because you haven't seen the results that you wanted to see is the most common reason why people think SEO doesn't work. It's because they've not given it a fair shot. And then another one, which is fairly applicable to smaller businesses, is not filtering out your own traffic. So if you and your team are regularly visiting your website and you're not accounting for that, you could see an inflated amount of people on your website, which would in turn decrease the apparent conversion rate of your site. Now, the common mistake that I've not even mentioned on here is everyone wants to be rank 1, but rank 1 for what? There are so many different keywords that everyone is competing to be rank 1 for. And a lot of these other businesses have been established for sort of 10, 15, 20 plus years and invested tens and tens, if not hundreds of thousands of pounds into their website and SEO. So turning up after doing SEO for 1 or 2 years and showing up rank 1 for every keyword isn't feasible. But what is feasible is seeing month-on-month improvements in metrics like impressions, clicks to your website, and conversion rate. So if you're not sure how your SEO is performing, you now know what tools to use and what metrics to really look out for. We've created a custom user-friendly dashboard for all of our SEO clients, which compiles all of this information from all of these different tools and services into one easy to understand location. And if you don't even have a website yet, we're currently doing an offer. We can get a free basic website. So we'll make you a basic homepage completely for free. All you need to do is cover our costs. And if you're interested, check out our website or drop us an email and we'll get you sorted. That's it from me. If you like the video, give it a like. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll answer them for you. Thanks for watching.